would say. There's no way that you can cheat during the live draw.
So instead of trying and hacking the lottery, might as well participate in one.
Yeah, participate and buy 2 tickets instead
Buy
of
two
one.
tickets. You can hack your own life by participating in our Millionaire. Hello and welcome to another episode of the O Millionaire Podcast. With us, we have someone very special. He's one of 3 lotto game designers in the world. So if you have any questions about lotteries, he's the guy to go to. Mr. Rav C. Martin, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Maradona. It's always a pleasure to be here and talk with you for whatever, 10, 20 minutes about interesting topics actually we get from our participants and viewers and listeners and just for the industry. And I'm glad to be here today.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am. Let's go.
How was your week?
It was exciting. It's actually, I always have exciting weeks, and I love this industry. I love my job. I love lotteries.
We can see that. Absolutely.
And I hope everybody else watching us is going there, loving it too, and of course participating, because it's the best way, the easiest way, with a little bit of effort and spending little of money, and you don't need any knowledge to become a millionaire.
I completely agree. The question for today: is it possible to hack the lottery?
Well, this would be the actually it's a really interesting question, because I mean I'm quite sure that a lot of people want to hack the lottery. It's the best shortcut to become a millionaire, right? If you find a way how to hack it.
It would also be an interesting movie, like Money Heist, Hack the Lottery.
Yeah, that's but it's let me tell you, it's a little bit more difficult than cheating on gambling games.
Oh, wow.
And there are, like you just mentioned, the movies where people are counting the cards and like playing together in the blackjack tournaments or tables. So lotteries are very secure when it comes to this. I mean, so if people try to, let's say, to cheat or to find this shortcut, in being a winner, I would say usually they get caught.
Okay.
It's not as easy as it looks like. I mean, from outside, obviously, you do not see all these security measures, but there are a lot, and especially when it comes to proper, legit lotteries. And we can talk about these features during our podcast. But there was a guy, I think it's like around about 15 years back, like 2010. His name was Eddie Tipton.
Okay.
And he was like manipulating. He was, I think he was head of security or even. So I mean, when it comes to these kind of manipulation, it's most of the time it's coming from inside.
Okay.
But yeah, so he was manipulating the software for the random number generator.
Oh.
And so obviously he won for at least a short time. And he got caught, of course, as I said. I mean, we have like a lot of measurements, and it's important. So, I mean, nobody believes that we are cheating or somebody is winning. He was not supposed to win. So everybody has the same chance. And the sad part about this is he went to jail for 25 years. So I'm not quite sure if it's worth it, but especially if you don't have the money at the end. But yeah, so there are a few nice stories. And I can even add another story from my side that was like mistake in the coordination. That means like in a European lottery, they recorded the lottery and broadcasted it a little later because of the different time zones in Europe. And you could participate even after the recording. So what happened is that there was in this draw there was a winner, and there was not just one winner. There were lots of winners, and we had I think it was 8 winners. And I said the first minute when I saw it, I thought this is not possible. I mean, the odds are so small, and yes, you have winners once in a while, but 8 at the same time, not possible. And then you're looking at the data, right? I mean, the recording, and you see oh, wait a minute. I mean, these people, when they participated, and they all participated almost at the same time. And what happened, same thing. I mean, eventually we caught the guy. It was an assistant from the camera guy in the studio, and he texted the outcome to his friends, and they just played. So eventually we fixed the problem, but none of them got the money, and everybody had to report to the police, of course. So there are always ways people believe to have a shortcut and to win these kind of things. But lotteries, the security system is pretty high. So we are using very high or advanced technology, let's say.
Okay.
And again, what I just mentioned with my other example, that the time is also a crucial issue. Now with Millionaire, let me start like this. We have a live draw. That means we have a draw where people can watch the outcome. And the draw itself is already safe because, as being the host at the show and doing this, it's not just you. It's a lot of people in the studio.
Yeah.
There are people for the sound check or sound in general. There are people for the cameras. There are technicians for the broadcasting also, cameraman, whoever. I mean, there are a lot of people. So it's a machine that is everybody can see it.
Yeah.
It's 100% random. The balls are weighted before, and the temperature is measured, and all these kind of things. So the size is measured of the balls, of course. So there is no way, I would say, there is no way that you can cheat during the live draw by doing things. Too many people around, the cameras around, they would catch everything.
Yeah, you have the insurance team. Each ball is weighed before the draw. Yeah, there are stringent.
So the live draw is very important because now what happens is, people are playing online, of course. So I mean, the data they play is sent to security servers. We have different security servers in the world. That means each data is split into 3 different servers. And then we shut down or we close the participation 30 minutes before the live draw.
Okay.
So this is very important because if at this point people cannot participate anymore, they cannot change the data afterwards, because even the data is on the servers. We are sending this basically from the servers to some computers in offices or to the security system in the insurance company. So that means the data is off. You cannot change this data anymore, because even if somebody breaches in, he can change it maybe on one of the security servers, but he cannot change it, for example, with the insurance company, because he doesn't even know which manager has it on his laptop. And so it's really offline. This is the most important part. It's offline. You cannot change it anymore. So that way, you can do this. And we have at the studio, for example, we have besides that, we have regulations. Since Millionaire is licensed, not just a license, but we have a gaming and lottery license, official one. So we have to report, and we are supervised also by authorities that are making sure that our security measurements are enough to ensure a proper lottery. And then again, some authorities are there to supervise the live draw as well. So this is this is also important. So what I mentioned is before is having these the draw machine itself. It's coming from a independent supplier that is doing, I would say, like 90% of this the lottery machines in the world in the national draws are coming from this company. We can do advertising here for this company as well, right? I guess. I mean, it's a podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, yeah, there's this company. If you want to Google it, it's called Smart Play in the US. They are amazing. They are providing us whenever I create lotteries. I'm always using their systems because it's highly advanced and well maintained. So yeah, again, I mean, manipulation in a lottery is very difficult. Even money laundering is not possible, because for money laundering, it makes no sense to have like all these small amounts, right? I mean, to launder money.
And what about issues like data breach and?
Yeah, as I said, I mean, the data breach, I mean, usually, I mean, if you see something, I mean, it's then you will follow up. I mean, you see if somebody from outside, I mean, you have like firewalls before, right?
Okay.
And then, but I mean, if people are breaching into the Pentagon or like the credit card companies, like on banks, I mean, there might be, of course, like being a chance to breach these firewalls as well and security systems. That's why it's so important to have like a constant, how do you say it? Like monitoring. So if something is happening that is odd, we are seeing like how many people are playing from each country. Like we seeing like the time frames when they play and buy tickets. So we see like if we have like coming from the same credit card or payment system. Like I mean, people, so all this where something is different than the regular, like outcome or habits in participating, then we are aware of it. But again, most important part is like at the end of the day, before the numbers are drawn, the data goes offline. There are offline copies, and then you cannot basically manipulate anymore. I mean, if you have like the data on SD card or something like that, then obviously just for this draw, it's not possible. And afterwards, it's too late.
Wow. So it's almost a little closer to impossible to hack lotteries.
Yeah, there is, I would say today's technology makes it impossible to hack. Because of these different steps you have in between. So the only possible way would be afterwards when it comes to the draw. And then if it's like a system, and that's what our friend Eddie did, when it's not a live draw, when it's just a random number generator, like the computer is generating the winning numbers, then of course you don't know what the system is doing. And if you are good in software programming, you might
also
manipulate
it's important to participate in lotteries that have a machine, have a live machine, a physical one, rather than there are a lot of these lotteries that don't even have a machine.
Yes, you're right. I mean, this is really, I mean, to be a legit and real lottery, you should have a live show. I would say a lot of people try it. Sometimes some people get caught. Most of the time they cannot breach the security systems, let's say. But you're facing really significant, I would say, like years in prison. I mean, if you get caught. So I don't recommend like trying it. Even so, if we have like these programmers out there, don't try it, because I mean, it's not a game, I would say. True. And it's not fair.
It's not worth the risk.
Yeah, and it's not fair. I mean, we have so many lottery participants, and players in every week, and it's not fair if you are cheating. I mean, everybody should have the same chance, and that's
so instead of trying and hacking the lottery, might as well participate in one.
Participate and buy 2 tickets instead of 1. So you have double chance. You double your chance already. But it's a good question because people always think like it's when you see it, it's easy, and they don't see that there is a lot of IT and everything behind it, and there's a lot of people in the studio to watch it, and even in the studio we have like security systems to make sure that the balls are all the same weight, the same size, and all the balls are there, and people can literally see it. Yeah, online, live, and or later on on YouTube, for example, you can see all the shows afterwards. So please sign up for the Oh Millionaire official YouTube channel and watch
Yes.
the show.
Well, there you have it. All you need to know about hacking the lotteries. You cannot hack the lotteries that easily, but you can hack your own life by participating in Oh Millionaire.
Absolutely, and that's the best hack if you win like millions and millions of dirhams, like if you're the winner with a 60, 70, 80, or even like 100 or 200 million dirhams, you change your life, and that's the best hack ever.
Absolutely. Let us know if you have any other questions about Oh Millionaire, anything related to Oasis Park. Mr. Ralph will be more than happy to answer all of them. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, sir, for all your insights and tips.
Thank you, Madonna, and please safe play, and you can't win
if
if you don't play.